What happened here? What happened here? This is crazy. Hold on, folks. I don't know what just happened. I'm going to have to eliminate this little background thing here. This is ridiculous. Um, Look at that. That's crazy. I don't know what happened. This app is just starting to upset me. My apologies, folks. Oh my gosh. You just got to deal with the harassment. So I had this new background I was going to play, and the damn thing just turned around my whole. What do you do? What do you do, man? What do you do? It's funny. I was telling my son today. I said, I said he'll be 17 in the January. I said, there's a lot of things you could probably think of right now, right? That you thought were like, it's the worst thing that can happen to you. Like, it's the worst possible thing. And then 6 months later, it's behind you. Okay. I said, there's going to be a lot of things that's coming up that you think is going to end your world, right? Now, some things are world ending, of course, right? People can die, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a lot of things that you think that can just totally wipe you out. And then by the time you realize it, it passed. So especially for kids when they're young, when they're like, kids are young, right? But the world is the worst thing that's possibly happened right now, the worst possible thing. And then after a while, as an adult, you start to learn that, hey, this too shall pass. But then it's not just cliche anymore. You really went through some stuff that you got over, and you're like, eh. So you start to just chuckle. So I chuckle at these things, stuff like this. My damn screen. I just think that it's like it's like a competition. You messing with me? Oh, okay, all right, bet. So anyway, all right. Welcome to the show, folks. I am Wayne. Okay, and let me see if I can zoom out this camera a little bit more, because every time I kind of lean to the left and the right, I get thrown off my center here. Yeah, that's still the same. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be leaning on this table most of the time, so I guess right here is about center, right, for the folks. All right. So today I'm going to be looking at a. It's funny I was telling the guys yesterday that I have to fill out the gap. I have a gap in my knowledge on certain things, and I recognize it, so I'm going to have to bridge the gap if I want to, continue to go forward and some stuff. And there's the gaps we have in our finances. We have gaps in repairs. We have gaps in love life. We have gaps in taking care of kids, etc. You just have to decide where you're going to focus it on and how you're going to fill the gap, right? And but something like this, if you're good at something or have experience in something, it don't take long for you to see the problem or the repair. I looked at this machine. I'm working on a shark right now. I immediately see a problem. So I'm going to see what the deal is, all right? I'm going to show you what I'm working on. I am going to answer some questions today, but I'm going to get right into the shark. And I'm going to show you exactly what I saw. I don't even have to go any further. I'm going to show you exactly what I saw. That already showed me what the problem is. All right, let me show you. Okay. If you look at this shark, right? If you have one of these models here, hold on. Damn. Okay. And all I did was glance at this little section right here. I just glanced at it. I had a whole thing planned because I was told the thing is kicking out. I'm like, all right, I got to go check here. I'm going to check there. I'm going to check. The first thing I was going to do was check, but I saw something here and I'm like, oh, I see the problem already. All right. So if you have one of these sharks, let me at least run down your normal thing you're going to do to check. I'm going to run down what sounds you might hear if you have a clog, right? And then how to troubleshoot it. Now, the method I'm going to use is a base method, meaning that I want to start at the base, the bottom, the main function. Okay, what is it supposed to be doing right now, and where does it start? Well, let's start there, right? And then we're going to work our way through. And you can do this with just about every troubleshooting scenario. Okay, what is it supposed to be doing? My computer's supposed to be turned on. All right, great, no problem. Where's my computer get electricity from? The wall. It plugs in. Okay, great. Is this working? Is it plugged in? Are we getting any indication that we have electricity? There's a little light that goes on, but the computer's not turning on. All right, what's the next thing? And then you go to and if you're good at computers, you can follow that process. It's the same process. So let's get started. All right. Let's get started. All right. And first, let me say hi to if anybody passed through already. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This thing that we're doing here, guys, I do it every day, well, just about throughout the week, and it helps. Somebody's going to get some kind of help out of it, right? And the only way they can get the help is if they find the channel. Not all of the stuff I cover is going to be in the title, okay? So the only way people can kind of get to see what we're doing is if you like, you share the whole deal, and that's just the way the platform works. It would be great if it was just instant. Everyone said instant, but no, it doesn't work like that. And if you don't type it properly, it may not show up in anyone's feed that, hey, you can find a way to solve this particular problem here. So, but anyway, let's move on and let me see what we have, man. Let me see what's happening. Hey, David. Bringing it to the, hey, David, I love it. And thanks for reminding me of that, man. You got to bring it to the front of the class, bro. That's it. Bring it to the front of the class, man, and let's share it, okay? All right, so let me see something here, Dave. Let me get started on this thing. I just, I moved some things around because I was trying to be neat. And Dave, you know what I think I may need to get? Some ginkgo biloba. You ever heard that thing back in the day? They used to talk about, I don't even know if that shit works. But you remember they talk about ginkgo biloba, how it helps your memory? I need some ginkgo biloba, bro. I would put something down, right? And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh shit, where did I put that thing? And I think what it is that when I'm putting it down, I'm not like purposely saying to myself, I'm putting this here, so remember it here. I might be doing something else and I just moved it over. So my brain doesn't register where I put it. And that's what's happening. I mean, how's this, David? I'm recognizing my flaws, right? I just got to find a way to circumvent them things because they're getting in my way. It's getting in my way there. I'm getting upset. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do, Dave? I'm gonna have one spot that this is always going to be. Okay? And I'm always gonna pull this drawer or whatever, and that's where my gloves are. Enough of this. Okay, enough of this putting my stuff all over the place. This is the gloves I use, guys. And I'm going to find a spot where my glove is every single time. I remember Dave telling me about a coworker of his that says he really focused on making things neat because he hates look. I think it was something like that. He hates looking for things. Let me see if I can fit inside this little. I have a drawer on my side here. I'm just going to put a set of gloves in my little drawer box that I can always have. I'm going to put, where am I? I'm over here. I'm going to put it in my little, so when I pull it out, I'll just pull it out and I have my gloves and I'll have a set here that's on standby. All right. And then that'll be, if I forget where I put it, that's one thing, but I'm always going to pull my gloves out of my drawer. Screw this. Because I have a sock. Don't you have a sock drawer and an underwear drawer? You know, imagine every day you're looking for your underwear. Like, where did I put my underwear? So, all right, I got my glove drawer now. Enough of this. Okay, now I'm gonna put this one back, and I can put it onto my bench. Enough of this, man. Damn it. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. All right. So we solved this problem today, guys. You were here. You witnessed this. Okay. Bring it to the front of class. All right. So that's out the way. Done. So now I'm gonna go to my glove drawer. Pull out my gloves the way it's supposed to be done, the way God made it. It's the way God made it, damn it. I need some of the memory medicine. You just got to remember to take the medicine. Hey, that's a whole nother thing too, right? Well, I mean, you know what you would hope? That the medicine is working in your system, so you can start to remember to take your medicine, you hope that, because if it's not working, you'll know for sure that it's not working if you forget to take your medicine. Because if you forget to take the medicine's not working. It's like, damn, I forgot to take my medicine. Oh my gosh. Yes. I had just ordered some of these because I needed, a lot of times I do clips where I have to put the cords in these clips. So I had to make sure I get some more of these in. And these I'm also going to put in a drawer so I don't lose them. I always know where they're going to be. I don't even want to leave them in this because I may forget where this is. So I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna put a bunch of them in one of my sliding little cabinet things here, and that's where I'm gonna pull them from. I'm telling you, man. After a while, man, you just have to have a chat with yourself, dude. This is not working. We got to fix this, bro. just like I'm talking to my son. It's like, come on, man. Come on, young Wayne. Enough of this. Okay, here we go. All right, let's start. You know what? Screw this. I'll do this later. I just have to remember to do it later. Okay, so I got a shark here. All right, let's see what we can do with this camera here so we can probably get a better, clearer view of the shark. Okay, what to do. All right, let's see. All right. I think that'll work, folks. But Dave, thanks for hanging. Brienne, hey, girl. Set yourself visual memory clues. Yeah, I had learned a technique some years ago about, and I was using it while I was in sales, right? And I should have kept the technique going, but I was training myself. I think it was for numbers, and I was remembering because we didn't have cell phones and all. I mean, I had a cell phone, but we had to remember the numbers. Okay, and I think at that time we probably still could have programmed the numbers, but every time I met a new customer, you don't just put the number inside the phone. But I had a book, I had all my sales written. It was a big thick book, and every time, every month I had it by month. January, 2000 whatever, and I'm putting, all right, so Mrs. Johnson at this address, this is for this much, and etc. And you keep it going. Now you would have a database. But I would have, like, let's say I want to remember 3. I would visualize a stool with 3 legs, and then if I wanted 4, it was a dog, with 4 legs, right? And then it was figure 8, a figure 8 skater was for 8, and it worked. It helped me out. So I created a story, a little mini story. A tree. The dog went to the tree. Sat on the stool. and and it worked. It was at least a little memory technique. But then I stopped using stuff like that. But I just know I have to do it. Okay, so what do? All right, let's plug this bad boy in. Okay, let's plug him in. Let me get this down from here. All right, and let me just make sure I don't forget this here. Look at that. You see, even when I take off my tag, I might forget where I put the damn tag. You know how many times I've had to look for tags for customers, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to call Mrs. Johnson, you know. So now what I'm doing is I would get the tag, and then I start to put them in my little system here to make sure that it's already like loaded, and I have my ticket ready. But I have to remember to do that. So we plug it in, folks. All right. Brienne is here in the house. In the house. No nonsense, Brienne. No nonsense. If any of you guys want to join the backpack and join the conversation, these are probably the two, fighters that I know. I know a lot of fighters, okay? But I don't meet people online. You get what I'm saying? I don't meet people online. And but you can get a sense, like, get a vibe. And after all, you could be wrong, right? You could be wrong. But then consistency shows up. And when consistency shows up, then you can start making those things, But, you could be wrong. But from my interpretation, this is the pack. This is the crew. Okay? Here we go. Let's turn this thing on. Let's see what's going on. If there's a sound or whatever, what can we tell? How do we tell if this thing is working? Well, I'm going to get me some. I'm going to get me. Working on my vocabulary, right? I'm going to get me some of that. Damn it. Where is my little beads? Here, you see me doing it again. Forget the beads. All right, turn it on. Let's see what happens. Okay, I can hear it. You might not be able to hear it on your side, but I can actually hear it. Here they are. Here my beads. But here's another test you can do when you're not sure about the suction, if something is going on with your vacuum, and you're like, man, what's happening, man? This thing is, something's wrong. You can get some tissue, all right? That's a good way to check and test. So what I would do, right, I would get a tissue like this, like rip it like that, right? I'll probably get like maybe 2 or 3 strips, just so I can be sure. Okay? Then I'll turn it around, okay? Because I'm hearing a sound, stuff's popping out. I want to absolutely make sure. Pull this back. That should be good right there. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Let me see. Okay. You know what? Let me get this down from here too. I don't need nothing in my way. All right. So now I'm gonna turn it on. The suction is right here. That's where the suction is. So I want to make sure that this guy. Now, it looked like it got sucked in, right? But look. You see where it is? It's stopped right there in the center. It ain't going nowhere. Let's do it again. Just so you can see, because you can get fooled, All right? It's not going anywhere. It looks like it's supposed to be, but everything gets popped back out. See that? So it can fool you. It could fool you to make you think that things are working, right? Because the stuff disappeared. Now, here's a trick about carpets, okay? When it comes to carpets, let's say I put let's say some dirt on the carpet. The brush can actually beat the dirt into the carpet and make you think that it's picking up. It'll have to be really bad before it starts to spit stuff out. But that means you can be vacuuming for a long time, thinking that it's picking up, because what it's doing is burying the dirt. Okay? the rotation, the beating, boom, boom. So it's pushing it down deeper. So you're like, oh yeah, things are working. So by the time it starts to spit it out, it's really backed up now. It's like backed up, because now it's backed up to the point where now the dirt is pushing itself further down here. Boom, 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 boom. And then it's backed up down here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my little flathead here, and I want to show you something. Okay, let's see if it's still here. Because it might not be here, it might be gone. Yeah. All that paper that we put in that looked like it got sucked up was just sitting right there. And that's what happened to a lot of folks. Look at that. It didn't go nowhere. Okay? So now we're going to find where the problem is. All right? So what you do now when you're testing, okay, for those of you out there who can benefit from this, okay? What you can do, am I doing this wrong? I mean, what's up with the cameraman? Golly. What you can do with the testing is start here. Okay? Gosh, look at that. Okay? Okay? You got to clean your filters, folks. Hold on. Okay? This is one side, that's the other side. This side is supposed to look like this side. So take your time, clean your filters. Save you some money. All right. Let me vacuum some of this a little bit. Plug in my little vacuum. All right. Now, even though these things seem like we do it over and over again, somebody's seen it for the first time. So those of you who participate, who like and share and subscribe, you're helping someone who didn't get to see it 10 days ago. You know, that kind of thing, right? Yeah, someone didn't get to see it 10 days ago, so they're like, they're seeing it for the first time. So I'm just going to vacuum this real quick and see, if the vacuum can clear this up. If the vacuum can clear it up, then we're doing good, okay? All right, where's my thing here? So I'm using another shark. Now, what's probably better, believe it or not, is if you had something that was rotating, like a vibrator. I said, vibrator. Okay. All right, so let's go. Let's turn this on. Wow, this one has some, right? Look at that. All right, now I'm going to lift it up. Let's see what's underneath. Guys, look like someone's dropping a machine off here. Just give me a second, all right? All right. Kind of vacuum up in here and all that good stuff. All right. So it's good to have a backup vacuum. So if you need to do stuff like that, it's good to have a backup. All right. I may just have to put you guys on hold music or something in a second. Give me a moment, okay, folks. Want to make sure that I properly give this person my attention. Okay. So give me a moment. That's a Bissell revolution. Something's going on with it. All right. Play this music here. Give me a second, folks. Hey. All right, Wayne. What's going on? And down. What's the deal? What's the nut?
Well, it's empty and this can stay in it. Quick, and I see it coming coming down to here. But when you fill it up, it's sucking, it's drawing, but it's moving like piles of water.
Oh,
Because it's just, when you fill it up, it takes no time to
just pour it out.
You don't notice it until you begin this spot. All of a sudden, you look at it, and then I'll take this off.
Yeah.
I'll take this off.
Right.
And then it's back.
Okay.
And it all comes up. So it seems like the water, I thought it was maybe this.
Yeah.
I looked at it, we looked at your video.
Okay.
I went through it, little kind of going.
Nice.
And I said, well, it's good. And I get it.
It seemed like you did all the proper.
I looked at it, I went through the, I looked at it and said, and then somehow I thought it would work.
Yeah.
We don't sit and try it.
Right.
But then it's, and I said, well, she's going to tell you the conditions. Okay. Go to get the floor.
Okay.
And I said, see them do that. And evidently, I just swell out the car. Like,
Oh, okay. So it's,
oh, yeah, no, I swell out the car. And so she said that it's doing it again. I said, I don't know what else.
okay. Thanks. No problem. I'll take care of it for you, man.
And I don't use it so much right
No, you can't.
but she uses it like, and it's like a door and everything.
You need to the right place, man. You know it. Let me get you a pen, okay? So you can just put name and
Yeah.
name and number down for me, and I'll call you.
I looked at it and it was so good inside. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, this is the name. Right, but it happens to the phone. Yes, sir. This one.
That's a shawl. We came from shawl.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That was the number there for shawl. But I had a number for like 25 years ago. I had it so long. I had it so long. Well, I'm not more than 25 years.
So they're not giving it 44 out anymore.
So that's all there.
That's right.
So knows that number. Because, all of a sudden, like, it's like, it's like a house phone number. You had your house number was there and you kind of trade it. In the same phone number, like, you trade your phone number around. All the numbers that you have to, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I believe it.
Right.
But this, that number been with us for, about 20 years. I don't know. I just never left it. It's still there. I think, I take my things down.
Yeah. I used to live in New York. I know you. I think you all see
Yeah, 216. Where in New York are you from?
I'm not from New York, but yeah, the Bronx.
Oh, man. The Bronx myself. It's the Bronx. Oh, man. So I got me from there. I moved to Virginia.
Okay.
Because I was built. My father was built. I used to build on old houses houses going up. Okay. And I was young, but I got the job at the film. Okay. So I was doing that. But I went to France. I went to Rockland.
Okay.
And then I got crazy. I went to California.
Oh.
Left there, came back.
Okay.
But I never ever, when my friend was still in the Bronx, I didn't go back there. I never lived in the Bronx again.
Okay.
But, and then I had an opportunity to start building on my own.
Nice.
Then I bought. So started going in Virginia.
Yeah.
And that was there for at least 7 years.
Yeah. Wow. And now you're in Charlotte or Monroe?
I mean,
Matthew. Okay. Okay.
and that's because of this time we was going far. But we always keep going in. I say, you know, and I'm high.
Yeah. Yeah.
The new town, like solar reconstructed. I didn't know what anymore. It's like, and it's not, and it's funny high. It's not high. I say, I didn't want it no more. You don't have to want it. One time, I don't have the time to
It's all
schedule.
done.
I don't have the schedule. What we gotta worry about is dinner time.
You're done.
That's all I gotta worry about. I'm nothing else to worry about.
That's good, man.
Don't call me late for dinner.
John.
You know.
Well, John, man, and John and Mary.
Yeah.
Wow, those are classic names, man.
Yeah.
Mary and John.
Well, all right. My brother's name was Frank. Frankie and Johnny.
Frankie and Johnny, okay? Well, I'll get right on this, man, and I'll give you a heads up. I'm kind of thankful.
Listen, you know, when I get there, I don't know. I used to do building, I did electrical, I did plumbing.
Yeah.
I used to do that here. Like,
Right.
so I don't know these ideas.
No problem.
When I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Take care. All righty. This is a nice little beat, right? Little Spanish beat. Wow. Okay. Well, guys, I'm back. Sorry I took so long. But John was pretty interested. John found us on YouTube. Is that cool? And so he went through the troubleshooting, watched the video and all that stuff. And he figured, hey, let me just let Wayne have at it. All right, so I'm back. I'm back. All right. Hey, Brianne. Okay. What are you guys talking about, man? Oh my gosh. Fiesta music, yes, sir. Shoo, man. David, Sam is should be in about 5 hours landing in Dominican Republic. You know, gonna be having a blast over there for a week or so. So, you know. So all right, time to party now. Nah, man, I'm just gonna be heads down going to work, buddy. That's it. All right, let's keep this thing rolling, rocking and rolling, okay? Just keep this thing rocking and rolling. But yeah, man. Fiesta music, man, that's it. I think Dominican music is called bachata. Bachata. I don't know the dance too much, you know. I don't know the bachata dance, you know. I don't know I don't know how to do all that, but I can hold my own. Okay, there's a thing in town called Latin Night, and it's mostly during the summer I would go, man, because it's like kind of an outdoor thing, and then once every couple of weeks they'll have Latin Night. We swing by there, and then I'm there dancing, man, doing my Latin Night. It's a wine place, so you order your wine, and the people are coming and they're jamming, man. And then all of a sudden, the college kids started to come down, and then they got real crowded. And I mean, they were behaving themselves. It's just that it was just a bunch of kids just crowding all the old folks. I was like, come on, man, damn, give me some room. Oh boy. But anyway, okay, so I wanted to clean the filter because I want to eliminate the filter as an issue. I didn't want the filter to be an issue at all. So what I would do is now, if you want to check the motor, if the motor sounds good, just assume that the motor is doing its job. If you can see the fan, kind of assume it's doing the job. If there's no smell coming from the motor, if it doesn't, so, and if you heard a sound like, and then you turn the motor on and you don't hear it when it's just running by itself, it just sounds like a regular vacuum motor, right? This is upside down because it's supposed to be the other way around. All right. then you're good. So now I'm gonna put this in, put this back. So the next thing I'm gonna do, folks, is I want to check where's the next point? The next point where the suction is gonna leave. Look, the suction leaves the tank here, and then the first point that the suction make contact with is gonna be here, going down to the hose. So what you can do is you check your hose, okay? Oh, it fell out. And then if you still have a problem, then you know the problem is between the tank and this junction and the end of the hose. It could be in here. In this particular case, I'm believing it's right here, okay? So what you would do, turn on the power. Okay? Nothing is happening right here. It's like, well, wait, how do you know it's not the motor, right? How you know it's not the motor? Well, I can do this. I can take all of this out if I want. If you really, really, really want to be testy about it, okay? Turn on the machine and see if it tries to pull it in. You know, like, see that? It's trying to pull it in. So the motor's working. Or it can get plastic. See that? So the motor's doing its job. Now, is it possible that it can be in here? It's possible that it can be in here too, right? Okay. I'm just giving you guys I'm more of a thorough breakdown. I already found the problem, but I'm just telling you how they can work their way through the problem, right? So it could be here too, because look, you see this little bin? You see the hair around there? Sometimes that gets so wrapped up that this is the problem. In this case, it's not that bad. Let me show what I'm talking about. Let me get all this stuff out of here. I'm trying to pull it up. It's not that bad. This amount of hair is not going to block up the entire suction of the machine. All right? But that's what you would do. You check all of that stuff. Okay? So now let me show you where where the culprit is. All right? And this is even before you get down to the floor, you know? Before you get to the floor to find out if the problem is there. And sometimes, guys, the problem could be right in this little cubby section right here, man. This is notorious for right here is notorious for getting clogged up, right here. All right. So let me open the door. And let me show you what I think I'm looking at. Look at that. Whatever that is, that's the problem. Whatever this is, that's the problem. Okay? All right. So I'm gonna get a needle nose of sorts and pull this out. Look at that. What were they trying to pick up there? Now, who did this? You know, you have to ask yourself, you ask the kids, who did this? Who was trying to pick this up? This looks like a Swiffer thing. You ever seen the Swiffer stuff? That's what this reminds me of. Holy cow, damn, it's a lot. This reminds me of the Swiffer. Jeremy? Hey, Jeremy. Dr. Vacuum. Hey, that too, man. I'll go with that. I don't want to piss off the doctors, though. Like trying to call yourself Dr. Dre, that kind of thing. It's like the doctor's like, dude, you didn't earn that title. But then the rug doctor, right? They no one's saying nothing to these guys, right? I could be Dr. Vacuum. All right. So yeah. So this is the culprit. This little guy here clogged up everybody. Let me get him out of here. Let's throw him away. But hey, welcome, Jeremy. Welcome to the crew, man. Let's see what else we got. What else? Wow, there's more. So what happened is when that first thing started to clog up, then everything else starts to come behind it, and it just keeps backing up. It keeps going. Look at all this. See? So it's not just that. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take the hose off the back because I don't want to keep pulling away and then maybe it goes all the way down. Who knows? So let me take this guy off here and see if we have any more. All right, so this hose looks like it's free. Now, if you're not sure about the hose, right, this is what you do. Real simple. Get like a quarter, a marble, something like that. In this case, I'll use this. I'll use this. Here it is. I'm gonna use something like this. And you drop it in one side of the hose and just run it and see if it goes all the way out. Where's my thing? Okay, good. So the hose is clear. You see that? It's that simple. That was. All right. So the hose is clear, and then we can look down in here and see. Look at that. There's still more stuff in here. All right. So that this little guy here created a blockage that was this big, plus plus this. So this is all that was. All of this was blocking the unit. All right. So now we're gonna test it again. You saved the vacuum's life. Yes, Jeremy. I could probably, let me turn this camera down here so you can see the dirt. Now we can test it right here. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on and see if it picks everything up, right? Because you can have multiple clogs too, so keep that in mind. All right. Hey, do people even fix microwaves? Do you have anybody in your town? Like I have a place, there's a place in town called Rock's Appliance, right? Now they fix refrigerators. Hey Calvin, what's up, man? What's up, Calvin? Well, you know what, Calvin? It's funny. I was gonna fix an old school Bissell, but you know what I realized? I'm doing a sharp right now. You know what I realized? That Bissell, I'm thinking the part is this, the one I have and on standby. But a one just came in, and I'm thinking I need to do that one because more people have this Bissell Revolution than have the old school Bissell that uses this pump. So I'm just gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna use this one. If someone came here just for that, I would say let me know if they're in the comments waiting. If they're just people watch and they don't say nothing. If someone is looking for the other Bissell, let me know and I can bring it back up, put it to the front of the class. But right now, I think I want to do that other one because what the guy mentioned happens to a lot of people. He says that the machines seem to be working, it seems to be picking up, but by the time he's finished, it's dumping the water out a lot faster than he expected. So I think I want to test that one today. I don't have a whole lot of time today, but I will be. I'm gonna try to run through that because that one I think is very important. All right. So, but this one is done. We find the problem. We find the suction problem. It was clogged. It was a big clog. You can probably rewind the video to see what we did. But it would have burnt out the motor if they kept trying it. That's normally what happens to these things. People burn out their motors, and we take it for granted, man, that it's just a vacuum, right? But then you're spending $300, $400, $500. So just say it's just $300, $400, $500. Don't say it's just a vacuum. You know what I mean? It's just $300, $400, $500. It's just $500, right? You know, it's just $500, right? It's still money. So if you can save it, save it. All right? And that's what I'm here for. All right. I saw a guy this morning. I'm gonna get the. I'm gonna bring the shampoo up here. I'm gonna share this with you guys. I saw a guy this morning. He was so pissed off, and he was fixing something in the house, and I was like, you know what? I know this feeling. I did my plumbing in my not the plumbing. I hate plumbing. I hate doing plumbing, and that's why I'm willing to pay someone to do the plumbing. Because I don't like it. I don't like the feeling that I get when I'm underneath the sink and it's claustrophobic under there, right? And then I'm trying to fit my hand up there, and then so I bought this tool. It looks like what does it look like? Let me see if I have it. You know, it'd be funny if I had it here, because I was looking for this tool at the house, and it would be so funny if I had this tool here instead of at the house. Holy shit! I have it here instead of at the house. You see, I take my tools back and forth. This is the tool that I bought for the plumbing, so I can grab the thing, the little screw all the way up. With I was replacing my faucet, and then you can grab it and then turn it. So because I didn't have the tool because it was at the shop, I had to go in and just kind of like, you know, and try to oh my gosh, man, it pissed me off. And then after I replaced the faucet, it was leaking. It's a good thing that what was underneath the faucet was this other thing that was catching the water, because it would have just been all over the place. So I finally had to go and tighten it up. But hey, plumbing. But I'm gonna show you this guy in a second. But give me a second. I'm gonna put on the whole music again because this lady, she's coming in here, and I have to give her vacuum. She's I think I was sharing the guys who she looks like. Give me a second, guys. You're back. What's up? What's going on? What's up? I'm great, man. Okay. Got a brain. Yes. Yes. Let me use this one. No. And I need to take care of you. Yeah.
Me contaron que sigues en lo mismo, mintiendo, puro egoísmo. Y lo más gracioso, para que negar, todas son mis copias sin lograrme igualar. Me buscas en cada momento, mi risa, mi andar. Yo veo tu pobre intento, pero lo real no se puede imitar. Puedes irte por todo el mundo en busca de algo más profundo. Puedes irte por todo el mundo, todo el mundo, todo el mundo. Cruzaste mares y buscaste mil ciudades, pero amor no hay dos como yo. No hay nadie como yo. Probaste besos bajo cielos extranjeros, pero mi fuego nadie te lo dio. Amor no hay dos como yo. Cubrió la arena fina en el Caribe, mas no era ni mi piel ni mis labios. En una compraste 1000 amuletos, pero ninguno guardaba mis secretos. Mientras aquí me quedo y tú te los labios, quieren acostumbrarse a hablarlos, pero ninguno cortaba mis secretos.
Yeah. Every time I went to see my recruiter, I was taking a test. Like every time. And like, it was weird. Like, every time I get back though, it wasn't just a test. It was like something else would pop up, and I was like, well, I just need to figure out what to do again.
Wow.
So then I was down at the bar with my dad.
Yeah.
And I had to take for testing. And he would always get double absolute time. 13 cents.
Okay.
50. So one day I was just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you got it, man. You're here all the time.
Right.
You're an athletic team. Well, you pay for everything. Well, really high up in this multi-billion-dollar company.
Really?
And all this stuff, and I was like, okay. So we started chatting, and I was telling him about the Navy, and he said, how about this? He said, you come work for me, and you can do everything that you want to do in the Navy, but you don't have to sign a 4-year contract. And I said, okay. And what I wanted to do for the Navy was I was 10 points away on the ASVAB for testing for the nuke program.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get on the submarine, and it was like 3 months down, 3 months up.
Okay.
You know what I mean, kind of thing.
Okay.
Great money, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And so he was like, you can do all that with me and more kind of thing. Because you get all the travel, you get the pay, you get this, you still have to sign a contract. I was like, okay. So I went up in there, and they do weld inspection. So they take x-rays of welds and different metals and look for discrepancies, for cracks, flaws, corrosion.
I've never even heard of it.
You wouldn't even know. And you know what? Our shop is in Monroe. It's on Williams Road, right beside EC Customs.
Yeah.
All those box trucks, right before you get on like that side road to go to the park back there.
Yeah.
That's our shop. You would never know. You'd never know that that's what we did.
Get out of here.
And we're like, we do North and South Carolina, but our office is like literally one of the best offices on like the East Coast. And our headquarters are in Texas. And I wanted to move to Texas. Like I was gonna, when I got in it, because we did so much traveling and stuff, I was making really good money. I made like pocketed $8,000 in 3 months.
Okay.
By being on the job up in Rutherfordton.
Okay.
But we didn't have nothing to do, so we didn't spend our money. And all the rent was, it was like me and 2 other guys, and we stayed in a camper together. They were like my brothers.
Yeah. Cool.
And they borrowed their brother's camper, so our rent was like $180 a month between the 3 of us.
Get out of
All we did
here.
was eat Domino's. Like, we finally got to the point where we're like, let's run some power cables out here so we can have some television or something.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We just lived up there.
That's cool,
for
man.
like 3 months. It was awesome.
That's
like,
awesome.
And just the work itself, like I felt like I was back in school without being in school.
Okay.
Because I had to do like online training. And do all this. I mean, it's a lot of trig, a lot of chemistry, a lot of like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just ate it up.
That's awesome.
I was doing well, and then I had to leave during COVID and go back to the bowling alley because we were only getting like 8 hours a week. So I ended up leaving, and I was only supposed to be at the bowling alley for like 6 months, but it turned into a year and a half.
Okay.
And when I went back, it just was weird. Like, everybody loved me.
Yeah.
Like, I made great relationships with the bosses.
Yeah.
The guys were literally like my other family, and they're all like my parents' age. But I love them, like, and they just took me in and stuff, and it was so cool. And then when I went back, like, it was just weird with the bosses. Like, they tried to bring me back at the same pay, and it turns out he had ran the only other female off that we had. She ended up going to work for NASA in Alabama. It was like his loss kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just got weird, and it was almost like they were pushing me out.
Well, if you gotta step away, step away.
That's right.
That's it. Save your sanity.
Because everybody's like, well, go look for somebody else.
Save your
Like, you don't
sanity.
understand? We had the best office. Like everybody else, all the other companies, their people left to come to us.
Wow.
So it's like,
what you gonna do? You
where are you gonna go? You know, I could go
constantly compare yourself to the others. Like,
do I sell myself or? And I feel like now I've ran into so many of the guys just getting out like door dashing.
Yeah, sure.
Them on like Concord at a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Like just randomly, right?
Yeah.
And they all ask me like when I'm coming back and that kind of stuff. It's like, well, talk to your boss.
If he asks for me back, I'll come back. But I'm not gonna grovel for nobody.
Gotcha.
So it's
That's
stuff,
cool.
but
All
I
right.
like to go to school and do that kind of stuff because I think it'd be so neat.
You are
I just
superstar.
I just ain't gonna lottery. So
I would. I'm still waiting for that.
still waiting.
I don't play enough though. I don't think I play enough for my chances to kind
I
of.
don't play it all. So
You
my
know.
chances are very
I play like maybe. I'll probably what. I'll get Sam like. I don't know, through the year, maybe I'll pull up like 5 scratch offs. You know, like, I'm
That's
just
fine.
walking through. I'm like, let me get one of those.
Yeah.
Get one. I think Sam put that.
today.
And she'll scratch it. But as for like going in and put the numbers,
Yeah, I don't even
that's
understand it. Like, I
yeah.
just do like Caribbean ticket.
It was like some billion, you know, like it was like
Oh, yeah.
1 billion. I was like, oh, try it.
Yeah, I think it's
I tried today. What the hell? Like,
it's like 800 million right now or something.
oh really?
That's what I heard the
I
other
didn't even hear about it. See, now you tell me.
day.
Now when I go into the gap, I'm like, oh, let me do this little quick, what do you call it? The quick pick,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, just do that little thing to the computer.
Like that plays the same numbers every time.
Oh, does he really? Okay.
Every single
Someone told me that's the way they do it. They just stick to the same number. I'm like, I don't know, man.
like it generates.
I
I saw a thing the other day, and it was like, you know how the Simpsons predict everything.
yeah, The Simpsons, yeah.
There was something the other day. It was like the last Powerball number. Somebody found the episode, and it was the exact same numbers, like for every number.
Wow, no way. No way.
Like, I need to start watching the show.
Yeah. Do they still have The Simpsons on?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I think so.
I hadn't seen The Simpsons. I've only seen Simpsons in like clips online
Yeah.
since,
Maybe they don't.
oh my God, it may have been
This thing-
mid 2000s,
Yeah.
like 2005, 4, something like that. The last time I actually watched Simpsons on TV.
I think
Okay.
they ran some late episodes, but I don't know if it was like they're starting a new season kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
Where they just do like snippets.
Well, you know what? I have a crew here that's waiting, so I'm gonna have to.
Oh, you get.
I'm gonna have to do my little shooting, my little video. Girl, thank you. Good to see you again.
You too. I
Okay.
appreciate you.
Alrighty, you take care. Sorry guys to have you. I'm just here. Sorry about that. Let me see what's going on with this, and I'm going to be wrapping up in a second. This last one here, this is a tricky one. So if anybody is coming in at this time to see this, it's worth it. David and Brian, if you guys are still there, thanks a lot. You know how it is. You know, I never know who's coming in and what's happening. And like I said, because it's going to start, the early mornings are now going to start getting a little bit more crowded. I may end up moving the time of the show because I had to convene. Well, it's a positive negative, right? People didn't know. I used to open at 3:30. I told guys already. But this is people that don't know. I used to open at 3:30, and so the town know that I'm open at 3:30. So now I'm open in the mornings. So now it's starting to get, it's starting to pick up again on the morning side of the business. So I may end up shaving the time. So sorry if I took too much time. All right. Yeah, let me get some water. I think I have some here. Let me get some water. Let's see what's happening with this. Somebody out there have a Bissell. It's not this one I'm using. Someone out there have a Bissell, and it's doing the same thing. So let me turn off the music here. My little hold music. We hold it for a long time. Calvin. You want to see someone today without a smile? Give them one of yours, or someone hasn't been hugged today. Give them one of your hugs. Calvin, you're awesome, bro. That's a good way to look at things. That's a good way to look at things, man. Give somebody a smile. Give somebody a hug. You never know, man. Yes. Okay, so let me give this a shot, and let's see what's happening. The only problem is I don't want to wet up this table. I don't want to wet up this table. So let me see if I can find one of those lids. All right, I'm gonna put some water in this. I'm gonna find a lid, and I want to see if this thing is leaking somewhere. Okay, guys. All right, because when people are at home, how do you tell, right? What do you look for if this thing is leaking, right? So let's Let's give it a shot. Okay? Right? Because the only thing that he knows is that the water's coming out, but he just know at the end too much came out. So give me a second. I'm gonna get some water. This is a little bit of sidebar. All right, so we're gonna make it work, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let me see if I can get. I gotta get a lid that can hold water. I got one. I got one. Look at that. I got one. I got a lid that can hold water. Okay, so we're gonna put this down on the table. Okay. All right. We're gonna put this down on the table, guys. Oh man, I gotta get ready to go watch my son run today, and it's just that you see when it's cross country, right? You can go for their meet real quick, and if you have to go, you can leave after they run their 5K or whatever. But with track, indoor track, which is outdoor, I gotta go out there and I gotta stand in the cold, and you could be there all afternoon, you know. So if the thing starts at like 2, he may run at 2:30, and then the next meet is like 6. So you're just like, hey, man, damn. I mean, why can't you guys just, but it's what it is. So indoor track is in the winter time. This is I give those kids credit, man. I don't know how they continue to be in the cold, in the shorts and all that stuff, in the tank top, and I'm like, damn, you guys are beasts. Okay, much respect to the kids. All right, guys, let's do this. So I got water in here. Okay. For those of you who need to know how this works, I don't know what's happening yet, so I'm just trying to find out. Okay, so I don't know what's happening yet. Let me do this. Let me pull back. I gotta take this off here real quick. Give me a second. Okay, let me pull back the camera so maybe we can see a little bit better. All right, and then let's see what I can do with this. Okay. All right, Monroe vacuum. This is when I'm gonna help you. Really? Okay. All right. Oh, fantastic. Uh-huh. Forever. Okay. Oh, okay. A shampoo, so it's something to shampoo. Okay. 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 All right. Yes. Yes. A Bissell's. So I kind of moved out the Hoovers, but I can have you come by and take a look at it. Okay, so you want the floor? So when you said floor model, kind of good deal, huh? Okay. All that good stuff. Okay, fantastic. Well, how's this? How's this? I'll do this. I'll do this. When you pop in, we'll work something out. I'll work something. I have something for you in mind, and because you bought a couple of things from me, we'll work something out. Okay? Yeah, yeah. I'll work. Yeah, yeah. what when you come in? Yeah, yeah. I remember you. I'm better with faces than I am with names. Okay. When are you planning on popping by? Okay. I'll put it on the side. I'll put up what I have in mind. I'll put it on the side for you. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should be able to get a hold of it if I don't have it on me right now. I'll do a search today. It normally takes about 2 to 3 business days for me to get that stuff in, but I'll do a search for you. Okay? Yeah. At one time. Oh, fantastic. Friday. Okay, that's great. And what I'll do is I'll put an order in today just to be on the safe side. Okay. All right. I'll see you then. But you're welcome. Right. All right, folks. Sorry about that again. Yeah, like I said, we were gonna end up having to move our time a little bit later on today. All right. Let me see. Hey, have you seen the cameraman running as fast as runners? Yeah. Yeah, you talking about that one, David? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I try. I try. Um, all right. Let's see what's happening with this day before I go. I may not. Who knows? I may or may not find a problem. But okay, so far it's not leaking. Okay, the water's been sitting here for at least 2 3 minutes or so. It's not leaking. Okay, so the understanding is I'm gonna squeeze this trigger. I don't even think I have to turn the machine on because it's a gravity unit. So you don't need to turn the machine on to see water come down. But what I'm trying to see is if the water's coming down here, if it's overflowing over here. That's what I'm trying to find out. Okay, so and the funny thing about it, you don't even need this on here to check this. This is you can just check to see if the water bubbles up over here or if there's something happening on this side, if the water's leaking underneath. But just for the sake of it, okay, because what's going to happen is the water's going to come through here, right? Let me show you what I'm talking about. The water's going to come through here, okay, and then it disperse along this line. That's what it does, okay? Right now, you see let me show you everything that you're gonna need to be aware of when you have these things. On this side is for the clean shot. Okay, the clean shot water is on this side. All right. Okay, and then the main water is coming out on this side. Okay, so clean shot, main water, pump for the hose. These are all the major parts that you're going to be looking at. Okay, so what I'll do is let's squeeze the trigger and see what happens. Now, if there was a big leak, and I'm sorry that I'm prolonging it here, but if it was a big leak, if the leak was the pump, the water is already down here waiting. The pump water is already right here waiting. The moment I put this tank on, the water flows down to the pump and it sits and waits for you to connect your hose. So let's assume for a second the pump is not leaking. Okay? The pump area is not leaking. All right? So let's see. All right. Now I'm going to tell the unit to release water for the floor. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now, this is what I just did. Let me show you. Let me lift it up so you can see it dripping. It's going to start dripping in a second. You can't really see it too well. You can't really see it too well, but it's dripping. It's dripping, it's dripping, it's dripping, it's dripping. You see it? It's dripping. I don't see it, guys. I may have to take this whole unit apart to see what's happening. Now, take a look at this. See that right there? Can you even zoom in on this? Where's my phone? Let me shine a light on that area. Okay, let me see if you can see the light in this area. So the moment I do this, and I'm gonna squeeze the trigger, you're gonna see the water bubble up. Okay, so that's the water that's coming out to here. Okay, the thing is, there's nothing else that's coming, and nothing else is leaking. The only way to be absolutely certain, folks, honestly, is to go inside this machine, right? What I don't want is to not find it, and I'm like, hey, I tested it, I don't see nothing. So I'm really going to have to go inside to be absolutely certain as to what's going on. Because what he's telling me is that he don't see the big puddle until, he's been shampooing for a little bit, and then he pulls back, and there's a big puddle on the floor. I don't see it yet. And the water is sitting here, and there's no leaking, no dripping, no nothing. Nothing is happening. This is just residual right now from what I just did. So nothing is leaking. So that you would do things like this to see. Okay. All right. So let me do a quick check, and let's see. Let's do a quick check while we're here. So this is stuff that somebody can do at the house if you want to try it. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm looking for my flathead. Okay, so instead of having it here like I normally do, I think I moved it. Dave's like, of course you did, Wayne. But guess what, Dave? I'm not going to look for long because I have other flatheads. They just look like this. Okay. Don't worry. I'm not going to... See? It's all right. I'll just use a flathead. And if you're at home, just use a butter knife. All right? So we're going to recline this real quick. Let me take this tank off. I'm almost done, folks. Recline. There we go. I'm just going to stick it back here to pop. Let me show you what I want to be back here, what I'm doing. This little section right here. I'm just going to stick my little flat thing right here and pop this up, okay? Now this comes up. See that? Now that you do that, you're gonna have to follow it along all the way across, right? So what you do is you kind of get it in here. You kind of just keep going out. Don't do it too hard because the clips are designed to hold in the unit, and if you break them, then the thing will just keep flying off, okay? You don't want that, all right? Okay, that comes off. This is where you would change your belts and all that good stuff. Okay, you need to change your belt. You take that off. You get that off. You change your belt. All right. For now, we're just going to take these screws out. Now I'm going to continue down this path here. Okay, and I like to start in the back. Okay. And all I'm doing, guys, I'm finding a gap in the, I'm kind of creating a gap, but I'm just finding a gap in the thing, and I'm just kind of click, 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 popping it open. Pop, 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 like that. Okay, just take your time, though. Don't be too rough with it, because you can break the clips, okay? It'll do that. See how, it comes right off. All right, next up, we get a Phillip, and you just take these out. Now, even if you're not too mechanically inclined, folks, this part, you can do this. You can do this. Believe in yourself. Be positive. All right. Right now, there's really nothing to break here. Just take the screws out. Okay. Oh God, Dave, I forgot to show you the guy. I'll show you after this because if someone is here just for this, I would hate to stop and show them this raunchy part that there was a guy, he wasn't too happy having to fix something. And I know, and I was telling you guys about my plumbing issue, and I feel the same way as this guy many times. But probably not as much because I do like fixing things, but I've been where he was. All right, so I took this off. All right. Okay. So now we have a clearer view. See that? Now the reason I told you that if this thing was already leaking, it would have done so already, right? Is because of the way this is designed. Okay? So the tubing, all this tubing here, it comes out, the water sits, you press the button. But before I press the button, this thing receives water already. There's no button for this guy. The button for him is the hose trigger. So he gets the water instantly. The moment that the water sits on here, this section gets water. So if this was busted, it would have been leaking already. Okay? Another section that gets water is right here. Instantly. This guy gets water too. You don't need to squeeze the trigger for this guy. This guy gets water instantly. Okay, so if this was cracked, you would see leaking on this side. If this stack, it's called a stack. If the stack was messed up, the water would be dripping the moment you put your tank on. Okay, the only thing that's waiting for you to squeeze the trigger is the floor. Okay, I know I repeated it, but I just wanted, now that I opened the machine, I just want to make sure I emphasize that. Let me put the tank on again because like I said, I don't see anything yet. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, water's in here. Okay. You know what? Let me press on this button for this water to bubble up and see what happens. See that comes out. Okay. I don't see nothing, guys. You know what? Let me turn it on. Why not, right? Now, the motor is not really doing anything, really, except the motor does power the pump for the hose. The motor does power the pump for the hose, and the motor powers the suction, of course, and the motor powers the brush. Okay? So maybe, who knows? Maybe while this is doing something, maybe this leaks. So I'm gonna turn it on just to see, okay? All right, let's go. Turn on. I don't know. Hey, did this thing freeze? Are we still here? We're still here, David? Okay. So guys, this one honestly remains a mystery to me. I can see that this belt needs to change, so I will change the belt. This is a service thing. I could tell the belt needs to change. Well, this is what I'm going to end up doing ultimately. I'm going to change this belt. I'm going to try using the upholstery tool, the hose. I'm going to shampoo my little carpet over here. And I'm going to go through the whole motion and see if there's a puddle and all this stuff. Right now, based on what I'm looking at, I don't see anything. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't see where or what could possibly have be causing this leak, if there is one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the motions and see if it'll repeat. That's it. That's all I can do. All right, guys. Okay. Now, let me show Dave if Dave is still there. Hey, Brienne, you're back. It's truck. Let me show you. Let me show you the guy, right? Let me show you the thing I was going to show you guys because I think you guys are funny. You like funny things.
If your dad doesn't scream, swear at.
Hold on, I saw this and it had me cracking up. So I'm gonna share this with you before we go. Give you something to laugh at here. All right, let me share it with you. This is one of the things I also am not fond of doing anyway. This here, let me show you.
Inanimate objects when they're trying to do anything around the house. Is he really your dad? Get a load of this guy.
God damn this fucking hellhole. I hate this fucking house. I hate everything about this fucking place. I despise this fucking house, man. Nobody helps me around here. All y'all do is sit around. Shine a light up here if I can see.
Can't even fix the fan with a light.
I just love that guy. Oh man! Oh my gosh! But you know what's funny? Honestly, let's transition over here, guys.
Yeah.
What's funny? What's funny is that I don't mind. I'm weird about that stuff. I don't mind if the kids don't bother me. I give them work to do for the sake of teaching them lessons, things to do, right? So they have responsibility and stuff like that. But I don't mind if I'm left alone to do my stuff. Absolutely not. I am totally cool with that. If, Ethan has his project, Sam's doing her thing, and I'm just doing my thing. Okay, that time to fix this thing, I'm okay with that. Now, if I need help, I'm like, listen, I need you to hold something, and they can't even, then I'm like irritated. I'm like, hey, I don't ask you for a lot. Just hold the ladder, cut it out. The game is going to be there, that kind of thing. But because he was like, you guys don't help me. You don't help me do anything. And I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I'll do the yard. I'll do the yard on my own. I don't care. But the pressure washer, then yeah, Ethan, I need your help. Go pressure wash the back. I'll do the front, whatever. Cut the. Well, actually, you know what? Nowadays, I'm like, hey, listen, you cut the back, I'll cut the front, right? And I'll do the edging or whatever. My neighbors, they pay like a lawn service people. And one time I gave the lawn guy an opportunity because he always see me doing my own yard and whatever. And I told him the reason why. I said, look, the reason why I'm not using the service, I can pay the service because it wasn't expensive. I said, it's because I have a son. I have two sons, right? And both of them are home at the time. And I said, why should I pay to have my lawn cut when I have my sons here? I mean, that's ridiculous, right? I have to teach them how to do these things. And so then Manuel went to school. So Manuel's off at college. I have Ethan. I still have to keep Ethan working because he'll sit at the computer and play games all day if I don't say nothing, right? So I said to the guy, all right, man, look, once you fit me into your schedule, right? You come here, twice a month to cut the neighbors' yards? You're probably not going to get my business. Maybe until what? Maybe I'm 70, 75 or whatever. But I'll give you one of those times, once you just come in, one of the times you do my neighbor's yards, and just do mine and I'll pay you. So he says, fine. And then he did it twice. And I don't know. Maybe he can't remember the schedule or whatever, and maybe that's too hard for them or whatever, but didn't even say nothing to me. Did not, and I was like, dude, that's not good business. You had a shot. He could have literally earned my business by making, getting to know me, talk a little bit. Hey, Wayne, man, I'm just doing it. Why not I just do the whole thing? And save yourself some trouble. I'll leave the edge in if you want your son. He could have sold me, but instead, I don't know what the complication was. So I still say hi. He comes by, cuts the grass, still say hi. And I was like, that's crazy. I don't. Mm-mm. So I was willing to give my business to someone, and they just didn't know how to. They didn't know how to. They didn't know how to do it. And I was like, man, you made a mistake. I think across the street they have a whole nother service, and maybe they're not sales savvy because I kind of waved one time, but they never came and asked me, hey, I'm doing your neighbor across the street. So I was like, so you won't even get the chance. I'm not gonna come to you, bro, because you want my money. You're gonna come to me. You're gonna come to me. Oh man, yes, I work alone, my way all day. Yeah, I get it, man. I just don't go to shops until the live streams are over. Oh, really? Is that what you do? Dave, damn, dude, let me not hold you up, man. Now. Oh man, I appreciate you, Dave. We're wrapping up here, though, man. We're wrapping up, man. That is so awesome, man. That you guys fit me in. You fit me into your schedule like that. Golly, you guys are the coolest. You guys are the coolest, man. And let me see. Brianna said, I allow myself until my husband comes home for lunch. All right, and then after I take his plate back to the kitchen, and when he leaves, when I put my shoes on and get going, right? Yeah, there are things to do. That's right. That's right. Yeah, he doesn't have to take his own plate back. Wow, we gotta have a meeting. Listen. I get it, man. I get it, and that's cool. That's look. I have no problem with that. I think that's actually pretty cool. I think that's actually good teamwork, Dave. I'm cool with that. Like my let me not give away too much, man. Sam will complain. Sam complains when she's cleaning. She's upset at cleaning, man. She'll do all the laundry. I don't really mess with the laundry and stuff. I stopped complaining about my sweaters getting shrunk after and she was like, it's like, fine. You shrink my sweater. I ain't even gonna complain, man. I'm not gonna complain about my sweaters. But my sweaters be shrinking, man. I have some sweaters I really like. Like, this is one of those sweaters. I got this one. I think I got this one from what's this place? Sports. Dick's Sporting Goods. Right? It was in the golf section, right? I saw this sweater. I like the sweater, man. I like the sweater. And then I get it. And then you see right here? my sleeve's a little short. Well, the watch can hide this section, but I can't really hide this section. And after that, I pull it down a little bit. After the front, I'm like, why you wash? Don't dry it, But I said, let me leave that alone. That's good teamwork. She's doing that. And a lot of the big type major dish stuff. I deal with that stuff. If there's something that we want to do that's like specialized, basic cooking stuff, she'll handle all that. But like if it's something that required a little bit more tender loving care, that 3-hour pot or the grill outside, whatever, I'll handle all that stuff. I hate folding, and I don't like doing laundry. Okay, so it's teamwork. It's teamwork stuff. I'm okay with that. So Brianna, you're fantastic, girl. You do what you do. I'm definitely cool with teamwork, man. And when it's lopsided, it becomes it can kind of become an issue. But if one party is doing a lot more on one side and the other party doing the other thing, it works. You guys just work out. Just work it out. It's just that selfishness just can't find its way in, because then resentment kicks in. Resentment kicks in when you do everything. Uh, they both refuse. Wow. I find myself doing it all where I do find these people. Let me. Wow. Yeah, Dave. I get it, man. I get it. Teamwork is important, bro. Teamwork is really important, man. Because it can drag you. It can drag you. It can, it can drag you. It can drag you. Nothing wrong with that. And the traditional wife is fantastic. Nothing wrong with that. I'm actually real cool with that stuff. Um, for those people, you know what? And I'm signing off. But there was a trend happening that I wasn't a fan of, and I'm still not a fan of. Is people trying to make it seem like mothers being mothers or motherhood in general or wives is like you're failing or some crap. And it's like, what's wrong with you people? You guys are like clueless, man. I mean, what are you talking about? What's more? I mean, I don't know I don't know who's getting into the heads of all these people because it works. It just works. It works, and because there's not just today. It's your entire life. It's at the end of your years. It's your generation after. All of that stuff plays a part. Okay. And a lot of these people are just thinking about, well, if I want to be I want to be in a corporate position, and I have to, it's like then that's your goal. Go for it. Go for it. You know what I mean? But this teamwork, this family team it works. It's been working for generations and upon generations, and I don't see how many generations this thing where you think you got to be where you're downgrading, motherhood and the father being, he's being a man and he's doing his man thing, and the woman she's being a mom and a wife and a feminine, she's doing her thing. Is how do you look at that and not say that this is ideal, and say that no, she has to do this and he has to. It's like, guys, you guys are clueless, man. So I give them credit. You guys want to live your life that way? That's fantastic. you know what I mean? And not realizing that she's still strong. The mother is still strong. She's still and she's still gonna help lead, and she's still gonna give them advice, and there's nothing diminishing about that. It's just that they make women feel like they can't be traditional in the way they approach family life, like it's something wrong with it. I mean, that's how you got here, man. Cut it out. That's how you got here. Like, we don't need no man. I mean, who's told these women this stuff, man? Like, I would love to go back to that meeting and challenge them on that shit. Go back when it first came up. You don't need no man. Ooh, can I ask a question? I had one lady on, I think it was X. She was saying that women don't need men to have babies. I was like, how do you think you pull that off? You tell me how you're gonna pull that off. How you pull that off? No matter what artificial thing you tell me, you need a man to have babies. Cut it out. Stop telling these young girls that, because they're gonna believe it. Like, get out of here. Oh, okay, man. Let me see. Don't worry about sleep being short. Just get some of them from Richard Simmons. Oh, yeah, I remember those things. I remember the band. I remember that stuff. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Dave. I can get like bangles. You remember Hercules? I can get those Hercules. I can get the Hercules bangles. And then home repairs, decorating, cat throw. It's all on me. Damn, Brianne. But hey, listen, you're a champ, okay? We got a bump deal. We went for a drive to see Christmas lights. I had to tell her to dim the light every time we meet. Cause yeah, I know, right? That's not how babies work. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you. It's teamwork, bro. You keep letting these people talk you into this nonsense thinking, and we'll see where it gets you. All right, you got to know when you're being. You know what it is? Unfortunately, it is what it is, man. A lot of these kids, they get sold so easily, and it really screws with me because I have two feelings on it. You know, you need good people, man. We need good people in the community. A community needs good people because you can't have somebody who doesn't have the right interests. Like when I said right, I mean really correct, proper interests for your kids. And they're teaching them all this stuff that is going to limit their progress, not just career wise. I'm talking like real progress. And telling them that, you know, kids just came out of a socialist environment at a house. When you're in a house, we pay for everything, right? The parents. The kids got free lunch. They wake up in the morning, the lunch is there, right? They go to school, lunch is there, right? If it's not school lunch, the parents made the lunch. If the parents are sharp enough to tell the kids to make their own lunch, that's good too. But I still struggle with that. Sometimes he make his own lunch. Sometimes I'll make it. Sometimes Sam make it. Um, and But they came out of an environment where everything was taken care of. And then you go to college, and then if the college is paid for by, I don't know, financial aid or scholarship or something else, they're not physically paying it. Now, some kids work their way through school, but sometimes that's like, you know, they're going for their masters or whatever. So then they get sold in the universities by guys who are training for 20 plus years, some of them, how to convince children to think a certain way. And these kids don't know how to question opinions. And so they buy this, everything is free stuff and quiet quitting and all this other nonsense. They buy it easy. So if you get some sociology professor or somebody, you know, the basic stuff are basic, math, science, you know, that stuff is very basic, you know, learn how to do English and all that. But the stuff that about the social consciousness stuff, they can warp these kids thinking, and the kids will buy it because they don't have any experience listening to people give them a pitch. Okay. And then they've been trying to fight their parents. So anything that sounds opposite of their parents, they're like, yeah. So these guys get these kids and they come out and they don't have no clue that they've been propagandized. They have no clue, you know, and it's our job as parents to at least give them the weapons to fight back and say, well, you know, okay, 1 + 1 is 2. We can track that and we can test it and we can prove that. But this thing you're saying about we don't need no jails, or this thing you're saying that our borders should be wide open. No, I don't know. The evidence don't support that. Everything is free. Who pays for it? Who pays for this free stuff you're giving away? Okay, and how do we control the people that's managing this stuff? That's because so far they're skimming all the money. They're taking the money that's supposed to be going to the people that's supposed to be getting the stuff. So how do we control that? You know, there's a whole lot of stuff that the kids just don't know how to ask those questions, and they get sold. They get convinced that a way of life is the way when it's really not. You know, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, and people prey on people. So anyway, I'm done with that. That was my little rant for the day. I had this meme that I saw, and I thought it was clever. The guy said, what did the guy say? The guy said, you're being brainwashed, because he had an American flag up, right? And then, I got it here. Look, I got it here. I'm going to show it to you. And then the guy, he have all these causes. And the guy says, really? And then he got one thing. He got a flag, you know, or family. It could be anything. It could be family. It could be traditional family. It could be whatever. It could be church. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm being brainwashed. I think I prefer to be a patriot than not. I think I would prefer to live a righteous life than not. So there's certain brainwashing I accept. I think I accept the idea of living in a society where we don't kill each other. And if I have to buy the concept of thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, don't commit adultery, if I can buy that, because I think that is lead to a better society. So yeah, I'll accept that. Okay, but you're also, and if yours lead to a better way of life, then okay, But just let me have mine. You can have yours. All right. And my thing is disconnected. It's gonna reconnect in a second. Oh my God, why is my computer acting so funky? Let me see what you said. My grandma said they swallow a melon seed. And that's how they got a baby. Remember the stalk? The stalk, the stalk delivers the baby. If they believe that, they probably don't need. Yeah, right. I agreed. They might drive off with child in the car, backseat sitting in the truck. Yeah, man. Listen, man. These people are crazy, and I'll let them have theirs. Let them have theirs, man. Is when they start going into your yard is when stuff get a little funky. Keep your stuff in your yard. I can respect you over there. All right. But it's like people don't want to just let you have yours and they have theirs. They want you to change yours, and it's like, come on. I'm letting you have yours. I'm giving you that respect. Leave me with mine, okay? Can we? Why you got to reach over like this? All right, guys. Stay positive. I'm going to continue doing what I do. We hope it goes better. All right, guys, like I said, I'm still searching to see. Let me double check while I'm on the line with you guys here. If they... Because I didn't put the tracking only because they didn't send it to me yet. They sent me the tracking once it's shipped. And what was this? 12:30 a.m. today. Oh, okay. Who's medium? Let me see what they say. Track shipment. Look at this. Okay. Well, guess what? Let's see what it tells me. Oh, that's kind of sucks, but look at they created the label. Let me show you. They created the label. This is this you can see what I'm talking about. Then it says delivery unknown. So I got updated last night at 12 o'clock a.m. You see the time? So that's it, guys. So I'll update you in the tracking, guys. All right? Until then, stay positive, okay? The hell? I'll see you guys later. Monroe Vacuums, I can help you.
All right, guys, if you like that, if that was able to teach you something, if you can walk away with something, you can also leave something. Leave a like, hit subscribe, or if you'd like to even be deeper into supporting our channel, you can join the Backpack family. The links are below. Until then, I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Yes!